Hey guys, Cece back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about some more Sephora sale recommendations. Watching me or my channel, just make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, never miss a single upload. You don't want to, because we have some really good videos coming up and I want you to be a part of the family. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram at Camellia Yvette. You get all the behind the scenes stuff there, as well as my family vlog channel right here on YouTube at Bradley Party of 6. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I've already done a Sephora recommendations and wish list. Those are on newer products that I've discovered since the last sale. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll make sure to link it up here in the cards. But I kind of have some tried and true favorites that I had not talked to you guys about in a while that I thought I would just put it out there. You guys showed me so much love on the last Sephora recommendations video. I figured this may be something that you wanted to see. So these are products that, okay, so let me start over. So every Sephora sale, I do a recommendations video and a wish list video. And when I do my recommendations, I try not to mention products that I've previously talked about a whole bunch in other recommendations videos because you guys already know about them. And I don't want to be repetitive. However, there are some products here that I felt like I've talked about before, but it's been a while. So I just wanted to refresh your memory a little bit because I've gotten a lot of questions about what are some of my staple, my tried and true products that I think you should definitely try from this Sephora sale. Now, for those of you who don't know, the sale has already started for Rouge members and it ends on the 9th. I will have the information all down below about the rest of the tiers and when they end. But for Rouge members, you get 20% off. For VIBs, you get 15% off. And then for insiders, you get 10% off. So all the information will be down below. The sale ends for everyone on the 9th, but depending on your tier, you start on different days. So, is that everything? I think that's everything. But without further ado, let me tell you guys about some of these amazing products that I have in front of me. So first things first, I'm kind of over eyeshadows, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm just over eyeshadow palettes. I feel like I have so many. It's hard to use up an eyeshadow palette. You know, you never use them up. You just have them, they sit there, I sell them, I give them away, and I just still have so many. So, I only have one eyeshadow palette in this video to recommend, and I feel like I've talked about this before. I know I have, but I feel like it needs more love because I haven't seen anyone talk about it in a very long time. This is the Sephora Pro palette. They have several different color schemes, but this one is the Warm Pro Pigment palette, and it has this huge mirror, and then it comes with all of these absolutely gorgeous warm shades. I feel like this is one of those staple palettes in your collection that you need. Like, you absolutely have to have a palette like this in your collection. And so it comes with these like warm orangey browns. You have these amazing like shimmer shades, which, I mean, the shimmer shades are so good. All these shades are so good. They're so soft, and it just gives you, I don't know, this palette just gives me like vibes. Like, it blends well, it gives me pigmentation, it gives me everything, honey. Like, this palette is all you need. If you're one of those people who are like, I don't need 5011 eyeshadow palettes like Cece has, okay? All I need is one good one to get me through. This will get you through. You have your really deep black, you have your bone shade for like your eyeshadow base or brow bone or whatever, and then you have all of these shades to really do whatever you need to do it. So this is a palette that I'm always going to recommend. My only con about it is that the shade names are not on the palette and you have to keep this stupid plastic thing. I hate palettes like that, but other than that, this palette is like damn near perfect. So the Sephora sale is the time where you buy all of your luxury products so you can get some money off of them, right? So of course, I'm gonna recommend to you this Mer powder. I have the pressed powder, I have the foundation, I have the loose powder by Mer. This is the product that stands out to me the most from those three. And this is the Mer, the powder. It's a pressed powder. It has like these fine little glitters in it, and it looks so good underneath the eyes. That's what I use it for. I set my concealer, and I'm so in love with this powder. I use it all the time. It's like between this and my Chanel powder. and also this other powder that I'm going to show you. But one of those three you can always catch me using because I just absolutely love them. And if you guys saw my organization, my beauty room organization video where I showed you all the powders that I have so many powders. So for me to say that I'm consistently using one is definitely a plus. It definitely tells you that I really do love this powder. This powder is it $90 or is it $100? It's a lot of money, okay? It's very close to the $100 range. So I would definitely pick this up. So keep going with the powders. This Pat McGrath, this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Powder. I actually have this under my eyes today, setting my concealer. This is one of my favorite little guys to set my concealer, and I normally don't like pressed powders to set my concealer, but this powder is everything. It makes my under eyes so beautiful, so smooth, so natural looking. Like it's not too luminous, but it's not too matte, so it doesn't get cakey or anything like that. I love this little guy. Not to mention it's super small and compact if you're gonna travel with it. I mean, it's perfect. You pair it with the concealer and you're on the go. Okay, let's talk about foundations. I do have 3 foundations here that I feel like it's been a while since I mentioned them, but I've been using them. And so the first one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'm in the shade 5W1.5 Cinnamon. And so this is one of those staple foundations that just isn't going anywhere. Like, I've used this foundation for literally years and it consistently becomes one of my favorite foundations every single year. It's like glue. Like, you put it on your face, it's not moving. This is one of those, I need my makeup to last all day, all night, and you know, I'm gonna be out skydiving or something, and this is what I need on my face. Like, this is going to stay, I promise you. One of the best foundations on the market. The shade range is incredible. I mean, Estee Lauder is just one of those staple brands that you know they're gonna have something for you, and this is awesome. It's a matte foundation. It's a super matte foundation. Let me just be clear about that. So if you have oily skin, you may want to go with one of their other options, but this is a matte, long-wearing foundation that will not let you down. So I also chose 2 more on the luminous side foundations, especially since we're moving into winter. I feel like us oily skin people can kind of get away with wearing a more luminous finish. And this one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This foundation, like right after it launched, I heard a little bit, but I don't really hear many people talking about it today. And maybe that's just because the market is so saturated, but this is an amazing foundation. The finish of it is so beautiful. Every single time I wear it, you guys are like, what is on your face? I need to know. And this guy it never lets me down. I can't wear it for long periods of time because it is luminous and I would look like a hot, greasy mess. But for like pictures or like videos like I'm doing now, or if it's gonna be a short day, or maybe I'm just going out running some errands and I want a little something on my face, this is a nice option for that. I'm in the shade 410C and it really is my perfect shade, and it's such a gorgeous foundation. Now, another foundation on the medium side is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Now, when I first tried this, I didn't really love it, but the more I use it, the more I love it. It's a medium covering foundation, so you get that skin-like finish. Obviously, Pat McGrath is a makeup artist, so she's into making your face look like skin and look very natural. So this definitely does that to a T, but it just has this amazing, not really luminous, but natural finish that like your everyday foundation, like when you're going out and when you're going to work and you don't want to look overly glam and overly made up. This is such a great option for that because you just look good. You look like you, but just a little bit more amped up. So I love this. All right, so let's jump into, where are we going? Let's jump into bronzers. I have 1 cream and 1 powder bronzer. The cream bronzer, I know I've recommended to you guys before, but it's been a while. So this is the Huda Beauty. This is the Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. This is consistently one of my favorite cream bronzers. Now, I do love the Fenty cream bronzers, as you guys know. I love my Tom Ford cream bronzer, as you guys know. But this one here, this was like the first cream bronzer I got, and I've been in love with this ever since. Like, don't sleep on Huda Beauty. I think she's also coming out with a new palette soon too. But don't sleep on Huda, okay? So this one's in the shade medium, and look how deep it is. It goes so deep. I mean, anyone can use this. Pretty much anyone can definitely find a shade to bronze up their skin because of how deep her shades go. Obviously, she's Middle Eastern, so she has deeper skin, so she understands the, you know, the deeper skin issue where you can't find products. And so her contour goes so deep, and I just love that. Like I said, I got the shade medium, and that's how deep it is. Not to mention, this stuff is so blendable and creamy, and I feel like you can't you can overdo it with this, but it's very hard to overdo it with this just because of how blendable it is. So definitely pick that up if you're looking for another cream bronzer option. Then for the powder bronzer, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This is actually not newer, but I think I got this in the summertime. And so I forgot to mention this in my first recommendations video, so I'm recommending it now. Very gorgeous. I did a full video on this product where I did a demo and kind of showed you guys and unboxed it and everything, and it's just very pretty. I got the shade a little too deep, so I got the shade number 4. Probably should have got number 3, but it's very pigmented, so just be careful when you're choosing your shade. But I love it. Like, look at that. That's really nice and smooth. It's not super powdery. Like, this is just a great compact, and it's huge. So, I mean, you'll have this bronzer forever, but it is huge. And there it is. Just look how easily and good it's swatched. Next, we're going to talk about blushes. I have one blush that I am just head over heels in love with. It's the Patrick Ta blush. This is the shade She's Adorable, but I have like 4 of them, so I have so many different shades. But this one is very pretty, very like neutral, like NARS Orgasm-y, but more subtle. That's the vibes that this one gives me. But this is just a very, very pretty blush. I love it, love it, love it so much. I love the Patrick Ta line as a whole. I had never even heard of him before his makeup line came out, but the more I tried it, the more I really love the subtleties of the line. Like, this is just everything. Like, these blushes are vibes to me. And his lip gloss is also vibes to me. I'm actually wearing his lip gloss in the center of my lips today. This is the lip gloss in She's Expensive, also from Patrick Ta. This is just a clear one with a little bit of glitter in it, but it's not glitter where you can, if you do this, you can feel it on your lips. It's very, very fine, like specks of glitter. And then I have several more shades over there in his lip colors. I recommend all that to y'all, okay? I only pulled the gloss out, but I recommend all of that to y'all. There's also another gloss called She's an Influencer that's actually a really, really beautiful shade as well. So I would check that out also. And all of these products, of course, will be linked below for you guys. Just sticking with the lips, I think this is always a great recommendation. The Huda Beauty, these are her matte lipsticks in Graduation Day. These, like, they're so velvety soft. I don't even know what to say about these. They're so amazing. They're so like velvet matte. They're comfortable on the lips, but the colors are like these cool toned gorgeousness shades. Like, I don't even know what to say about them. And then of course they have the magnetic packaging, which I'm a sucker for, but just very beautiful, classy, classic lipsticks. Oh, one more lip product is the Fenty Beauty Lip Balm. This is the Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm in Latte Lips. Of course, I couldn't do a video without mentioning something Fenty. This is one of my favorite lip balms ever. I have all the shades that have come out. She came out with 3 new shades this year, and this is just such a great balm. It's very moisturizing. Like, literally I can put it on at night and it'll still be on my lips in the morning. So it's something that we're definitely gonna need in the upcoming colder months. So a lip balm is definitely a good way to go. Last but not least, I do have 2 setting sprays here that I haven't talked to you guys about in a long time, okay? These are the Tatcha setting sprays. One is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. The other is the Satin Skin Mist. Love them both for different reasons. When I need to be a little more matte throughout the day and I don't want to be luminous at all, I know my makeup has to last, I will use the Satin Skin Mist. When I'm filming and I want this gorgeous glow, like I want you guys to see me glowing, you know, I'm not going anywhere afterwards, I definitely go for the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist just because it makes my skin, like, let's just spray it. I'm gonna show y'all. I do mix them sometimes too. I've been on this makeup mixing kick. It's so fine. But it just feels so good on the skin, and it looks so good on the skin. It kind of amps you up a little bit, gives you this like this glam, and I love both of these. They're pretty expensive, so now is definitely the time to get them during the sale. But that is it, you guys. I didn't want to talk your ear off too much. All the products that I mentioned will be listed down below, along with any products that I don't know, I just feel like you should also know about. I'll link some extras down below as well, so make sure you check out the description box. And I think those are all of my announcements. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your love, for your support, for all of that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.